We love a parts video, eh? You're getting loads of them. We've gone for a new ignition coil because I'm pretty sure the reason why the Mini's got no spark is because I've got an MGB GT one on there, which is like a non-ballast one, or a ballast, and this is the opposite. So, and obviously it's for a Mini, so it's more likely to work. So we're going to slap that in and hopefully we can get some spark. We can't test the lights without having some switches. These are surprisingly expensive to buy, even second hand, but we've managed to get one, so that's going in. These extremely important parts are for the weird size slave cylinder. Can't remember exactly which part this is, but we needed the slightly bigger size because these standard ones, Fred was different. That's like an M10, that's like an M12. It's been an absolute nightmare trying to get the right pipes. So I'm hoping that's what this is. It's supposed to be. All important little tiny screws here off of the tail lights, or at least to put the plastic on. That is for the boot lid, or at least for the little seals that go on the brackets there. I do need to move them along if I'm going to put the proper boot lid on because they're not quite in the right area, but you know, we'll cross that bridge again when we come to it. Some black paint, it's satin. Obviously the car is probably metallic, but that's just to get it all looking something about the same, so I get a rough idea. And right at the end we've got some new indicator clusters, or whatever you want to call them, that go at the front, and that shall make the front of the Mini look pretty badass. It'll stop looking so plain here. So yeah, slap them bad boys in too. Fun, fun, fun. And then we'll get all the welding done. But professional bodger, there's a giant box underneath. You're correct. Totally forgot about it, and very important thing. What's in the box, I hear you say? Apparently it's a pillow. A random free pillow. But it's not what it's supposed to be, as you can kind of see. Hang on, let's just look at our free pillow. Ain't complaining, ain't complaining. Look at that. Sweet, free pillow. It's a windscreen! Hooray! Absolute nightmare trying to get a windscreen for a Mini. This one though is not in good condition. I'm going to point this out. People are going to think I'm mad for fitting this thing. It's got a lot of windscreen wiper scratches, some chips, all sorts of stuff. As if it's in one piece. It looks like it is. Parcel Force, you didn't ruin something for once. That's good. So the main idea of this is to get it in just so one, we've got a windscreen in. If I can clean it up and get it for an MOT, perfect. If not, then I've had practice putting it in without breaking it. So this makes sense, doesn't it? So having the lovely pillow he's given me for free. That's very nice of him. Obviously know how tiring this job can be. There would be the windscreen. You know what? It's not actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. These are the wiper marks he was on about. They actually aren't that deep, so they probably will polish out. By any luck, we'll give it a try anyway. A lot of scratches on here though, as you can see. Yeah, hard to tell. Obviously it needs a good clean, but I do like this. Look at this. Thanks for your purchase. I hope you love it. Well, cheers, Chris. I do. That's really good. Cheers, buddy. There we go. So after a bit of a clean, it actually turned up pretty good. Quite happy with that. There we go. You can see the scratches. But like, I can't feel them with my fingernails. Just maybe. So I reckon these might actually polish out. For 60 quid including delivery, I am not complaining. Look at that. There we go. We slapped it in. It's not all the way in before anyone comments. It's actually trickier than you think. I haven't tried to do it properly with like the string and all that kind of stuff to get it all fed in properly, but hopefully someone can give me a bit of guidance with this. It seems to fit in. It's got enough room on both sides because the other side's kind of partially in, but this looks a bit odd up here. Look at the gap. I'm guessing it's because this rubber is pushing it all out, and obviously these things are curved, so I'm assuming I can just push them in. It does actually go, but I'm terrified of cracking the damn windscreen. So yeah. Does that look kind of normal for now? Someone let me know in the comment section. I'm assuming the rest of the car is still in the same jig as it was. The angles look right, nothing's bent or anything like that, so yeah. Interesting. So for now, we're just going to leave him resting in there. I'll probably put some tape either side just to make sure. We're going to come back to the windscreen when I get the insert and we can do it properly. If it takes an insert. Have I put the rubber in backwards maybe? Is that the issue? Yeah, actually maybe I have. I'm thinking actually I definitely have. Ah, that does look like that's my problem. Rookie mistake. I'm pretty confident I put this windscreen rubber in backwards because on most Minis they have an insert, like a plastic thing that goes all the way on the inside of that. That's right, isn't it? And that would obviously be the bit that would normally go on the actual inside bit. Best guess. For now, we're going to just stick that in place. And we're going to stick the rest of the cars in. Right, have a random thing. I slapped in the little indicators. Check them bad boys out. The only complaint I've got, for some reason when they make these kits and send them out to you, they don't provide the screws for the back. Who does that? So next time, whoever makes these things, send screws to the back. That's just silly, but you don't. Anyway, we can get an idea what he looks like anyway, so... Yeah, that's looking good. Also, temporarily, blasted some paint on that. Not very well, I didn't key it or nothing because I was too lazy. And you can see some runs, but we can get a rough idea of what it might look like with a black bonnet. Still a couple more things to slap on, we're going to do that soon, and that. But first I want to see if we can get this thing to work with these extra parts. So the problem all along, if you remember back way like over last year, is I bought this thing with 2 of these pipes and then yeah, found out afterwards that not the hole on this one, I keep pointing out on there, it's not, it's a hole on here, this bottom one. See how much bigger that is compared to that? So that's like an M12 or whatever it is in, you know, these strange mini sizes, and that's an M10, the equivalent anyway. So yeah, that one was fine, he bolted in there, absolutely no worries, but him, yeah, no chance in hell. Hence what we bought this for. So hopefully we can get this to fit in. We're going to have a function-ish brake / clutch system and see if it all works. So yeah, there we go. That's what it looks like. So I've swapped this one out. That was the one I bought like last year. I swapped it out for the one that came in the kit. So I did turn out to need 2 because it fits really well. Perfectly bent. Just got to tighten these buggers in now, which is a bit of a nightmare. So you know, you get it. Weird sizes as well, like one's an 11 and the other one's like a 13. So yeah, tighten them in, top and bottom, and then happy ho. Right, nice and done. Everything's nice and tight. Look at that, fits perfect. Love it. Alright, the next problem is to, well, not a problem. It's going to be stick some new brake fluid in there. Not quite sure how much. So I'm just going to go up, you know, somewhere near the top, and then pump that clutch and see if it does anything, or the same with the brakes, see if we can get some kind of feel in there. That's when we know we're alright. Actually, saying that, that's a bad idea, isn't it? Because I've realised I just cut all the brake lines, so maybe don't put this in, or I might just pincer, whatever, all the brake lines I can find, just flatten the ends because they're going to get changed anyway, and then just see if I can get some pressure that way. We'll do that real quick. So the only thing I've noticed is this minor leak from the top of this thing on here. Luckily I've got this spare one there, haven't I, so I'll just change that in the future, or maybe later or something, and it's just about the right length, just to plonk in there and there, same thread as well. Right, on to the next task, which is to change this, as you can see, MGB GT up to 1974. We're a little bit in the past with this, so we're going to get that changed and bolt in a new one, and hopefully we can get some spark, and we're about to test that with a little spark tester. Sweet, let's just get that on there then. There's no point in me filming it, it's pretty basic. It's supposed to be bolted in. I mean, I've zip tying it, so it's not great, but swap these leads over, whack them in there. I think that's the right way around. Worst case, if not, these two are going to go on the other side and that's going on that side. So I'm just going to rest them on there, and we're going to see by putting the thing in here. We're going to get our little spark tester in, stick them in between here, and we're going to see. Hopefully I can see, because the battery position thing at the back is not great, but we'll see if we can get anything from this. So as you've just seen, 0 spark still. I mean, this could still be in the wrong position. I have to really look it all up just to be sure. But yeah, we'll do that, and I'll come back to it and see. If not, plugs are coming out, you know, the usual routines. Probably the earth, to be honest. This earth's smoking quite a lot, mostly because it's just sort of, oh, I've got 2 different ones actually. Yeah, they need figuring out, but yeah, we'll get to it. Just realised that's why the engine shakes so bad. Let's get a bolt in there as well. This is what we end up looking like. Not looking too shabby. We're in the paint kind of matches. It'll do for now. Indicators are in. Happy ho. Windscreen is not in, but it's in place, so you know, get the idea what it might look like. And it's starting to look more like a Mini from the inside, you know, with a windscreen and all. Like I say, there's a big old gap here, so I gotta figure that crap out, but yeah, wiring is interesting. Very interesting. Trying to figure it out. I can get it to turn over, but no spark, so we've got a lot of work to do in here, but yeah, awesome stuff. That's where I got to with it, and I'm giving up for the day because it's just stressful. I'm supposed to have a white wire apparently from the ignition. It does not seem to exist. So I've got a lot of research to do and figure out this wiring colour, or like my dad suggested, it might be that the arm's too short in the distributor, Hard to say, it's all second hand. I'm pretty sure I put new everything in there though, but yeah, who knows. Anyway, like and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully more interesting things will happen as it progresses, but it's looking good otherwise.